All right.
And I'm letting you know right now that
Okay.
there's a lot of officers following this.
There's what?
There's a lot of officers following this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So
Uh,
like we're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. No problem at all. But at any rate, uh, we are here with the Speak Your Truth with Mark Ross podcast. I am with a good friend of mine, a good colleague, and his name is Ryan Kendall. And we are also with his mother. Uh, and I already said my hellos to Miss Ryan's mom. I'll just call you Ryan's mom for being funny. So hello again, ma'am.
Hello.
All right. You doing okay?
Doing fine.
All right. All right. Sounds like a plan. Um, let's get this thing going.
Let's do
Uh,
it.
all right. All right. So the title of the story here is A Cop's Tale. I purposely did that because I wanted you to share your story. And I didn't want, I didn't want to be unauthentic with talking with you, Ryan. I want you to be I want you to run this because this is your story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thank you, brother Ryan, for allowing me to uh have this, I guess, have the time to talk to you on my platform. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have went anywhere, brother.
Yeah, man.
But you reached out to me. You saw what I was doing, which lets me know that I must be doing something right. So uh God has blessed me with the opportunity to have you share your story, brother Ryan. So um before we get going, uh good evening, everyone that's tuning in. You have people tuning in, and most of them so far have worked at the jail with us. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah, yes, sir. So for anyone watching, if you have any questions as brother Ryan is sharing his story, please do so. I don't want to take up any more time, but I will say this. Um, when God moves, you answer. I don't know why I had to say that, but it was in my heart to say it because, again, Brother Kendall, you could have chosen anybody, you know what I'm saying, to share your story with. And I'm quite sure you probably have more people to do so. But for you to reach out to me and want to do this, man, I mean,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. But
bro,
it's needed. It's needed.
yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
why I
sir.
wanted to share it with you. We
Yes,
all
sir.
been through that
Yes,
shit.
yes,
Um,
sir. Yes, sir.
so so my story is gonna get messy. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna cry.
I
But
might cry with you, brother.
all right, man, let's rock and roll.
Okay, man. All right. So the first question I ask for everyone that comes onto my show, brother Kendall, is tell the people who you are, where you from.
My name is
I
Ryan
will say what you
Kendall.
do, but you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was an officer for like 7 years. Through MPD and then also like via West Dallas. I was ultimately injured out of West Dallas. And that is what we're going to be talking about.
Okay. Okay. All right. So start from the beginning, man. I mean, you said you was in the force for a couple of years. Tell us about the incident. How, what was the call? Uh,
Yeah,
what happened afterwards? You know what I'm saying? Start from the beginning, brother, and we'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
work our way up.
It's crazy. It was July 19th, 2019. Okay. That day, it was one of the hottest days on the books. Like heat indices, everything like that. So everyone was sweaty, you know.
Yeah.
And I was doing a follow-up call, and then I got called to this call, where this individual, I'm not gonna name him by name, but it's obviously on CCAP. He broke a flower planter over a baby mama's head and snatched his kid, and he was drunk as shit.
Okay.
And so we intercepted him on like 9-2 Cleveland. Like you know that area, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So if you're not like from the Milwaukee area, it's yeah. But yeah, like we stopped him. He immediately threw himself out of the vehicle, went prone, which was weird. So like we handcuffed him, but like bro was like 6'3", 380. And then he said, "I'll fight you all. I'll kill you all. I will kill all you."
Now, mind you, he was drunk, correct?
Oh, he was wasted. Wasted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I was gonna use my training, and I'm gonna be careful here. I don't like want to call out any officer. I'm not gonna use names, anything,
Right.
but
Please.
like you know, like who you are. I was literally gonna tase him twice and spray him. And he said, no, because as an officer, you know that you have to sit on that guy at the hospital for at least 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. But it like got to the point like when he said, "I'm gonna beat the life out of both of you," I threw him like literally by his neck in the goddamn squad car. Well, he fell right in between the partition and the seat, and it was hot out.
Right.
Like, yeah, like you can't even make that shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, and then he was like trying to kick at like my head, and then he ultimately kicked me in the groin, and destroyed my back.
So he kicked you in the groin.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
right in the pelvis. So I do have um uh so what's happening now is like my spine is actually like collapsing like from the top down now, and they're like meeting in the middle, if that makes sense. And I have a pelvis fracture, everything like that. So yeah, he did some damage just on one kick, just a outward like donkey kick. Boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
It was nuts.
Took you
Nuts.
out. Took you out.
Yep. Yeah. Like
So,
I immediately went numb. But like you know this. You cannot quit. You cannot quit the fight. Like so, I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna grab
Correct.
his legs, man. Like I'm gonna grab
Yeah.
his legs. Because I was
And this was after
already under.
This was after he kicked you.
Yeah, like I
This
was
was after
all. Yeah, yeah, like I was under the squad car. Like basically, I was just holding on to his legs.
Right.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, man.
So
But
so
that's
even
the
though you were
warrior
hurt, you was
spirit.
like,
Yeah, man. That's
yeah,
the warrior
yeah.
spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. You said, fuck that. You going
Yep.
down, buddy.
Yeah. Like you're not kicking me in the face. You already fucking like
Yeah.
I fucked my junk up. You know.
Understand, man. Understand. I understand. So he kicks you. You still fight on. You grab his legs. You guys were able to detain the guy. What happened after that?
I went to Schrader. Then like he started making crazy threats to other officers. So
Mm.
he was on he was on one, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like he was on
Mhm.
some bullshit. And
Yeah.
like I literally was trying to talk him out of doing all this. Because he was like really worried about his child. And I said, "Hey man, like I'm gonna bring him to the station. I will stop and get him a Happy Meal, everything like that. He's in good hands. Like we have a room that like you can like put him in. Cool. Well, he didn't want to go with the program,
Mm.
you know,
Mhm.
because I didn't
Mhm.
want to use force. I'm not that kind of officer. Um, when
Right.
I need to use force, that's fine, but I'm not that one. However, we needed to move him because I didn't want him to die on my watch because he was actually like handcuffed behind the back sideways. And
Oh, okay. Okay.
you know that story.
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
George Floyd.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, that's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just boom, he uh, like a outward kick. And I was like, all right, well, shit.
So when did you realize, like, and I'll just be blunt, when did you realize shit was just all fucked up for you?
It's when I cleared out. It's when I cleared out my locker. Like when I knew that I was never going to be a cop again. I
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah.
put notes on every window of my house. I have two girls and a wife. I didn't want them to see that. And I literally put my Glock in my mouth and I actually stole it. I think I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
There were like I was like grasping it so hard that there were teeth marks on the slide, man. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's some real talk. And then I was like, and I turned on some music, and I was like, all right, well, yeah, well, today's the day. And but what changed everything was I looked at every picture in the room, and I'm like, what am I doing? My God,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
threw every bullet out. Then I sold that goddamn motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amen, brother.
Yeah,
Amen. Amen, man. Amen, brother.
yeah, because I need a sec.
Yep. Yep.
Um, because with all
Take your
my
time.
family, I have nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Take your time.
All
Take your
right, we're
time,
back.
man.
We're back, man.
Take your time, brother.
Yeah,
So,
but
so,
yeah,
uh,
like without like my family, my mama, um, everything like that, I am nothing. I am not a goddamn thing.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen. Marianne,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When news of this happened, uh, what went through your mind?
Oh, it was it was sheer horror and devastation. Because
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, um, knowing that he was injured and couldn't feel his leg and um didn't know how things were going to turn out for him. Ryan dream in life was always to be a police officer. The kid bled blue, and
Mhm.
that was absolutely everything to him. And when he started after his surgeries and he started his rehab process, Ryan was up to walking 10 miles a day to try to get back on the force to do the job that he so loved. And for a week or so, he stayed at my house in the very beginning because he couldn't even walk up steps because he didn't have his brace yet. He didn't have anything, and his leg would just give out. Well, then it got to a point when he started therapy and got his brace, and he was able to walk and go to therapy and stuff. And they wanted him to walk as much as possible. He was up to walking 10 miles a day throughout his rehab, and he was doing everything possible to get back on the force. And I mean,
Yeah.
the family was behind him. We were encouraging him. We were, and in my heart, um, I prayed that he could go back. But at the same time, when he would go to the doctor and get reports, the leg was not coming back. He was paralyzed from the knee down and had severe drop foot on the left side. Um, and he really couldn't do anything
What is
about.
drop? What is
Pardon?
drop foot? What is
Where
drop foot?
his foot
So
just,
that's where you trip, man.
yeah,
Like, so
Hmm.
like you're unable to pick your foot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tracking.
So yeah. So like even like rugs will get me, everything like that. If I do not have like my brace on, yeah, like I'll trip.
I'm tracking. I'm tracking.
So
Okay.
yeah, like it's affected me so much where it's like you can't even go swimming, like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I have to have shoes on and the brace. So I have a weird like crazy tan on my left leg. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Before we continue, for those of you that's listening, if you guys have any questions, uh, if you guys have any comments, any support that you want to give to Brother Ryan, please do so. So go ahead, Ryan. Continue.
yeah,
I just
and
want to throw that out there.
I forgot to tell you, man. I don't know if you know this. It like to become a cop, it literally took me 10 years, man, because I was in these streets from age 12. You know what I'm saying? And I was a hard-headed
Yeah.
motherfucker. Okay. Um, and so it literally took me 10 years to become a cop. That's all I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I, yes, sir. I remember back when we used to work together. I always thought of you as a military guy because you gave the energy that you gave to me was that you were a military guy, but you told me that you weren't, and it and
No,
it and it, and
no,
it
man.
shocked me because you know I always thought that I was somewhat okay with reading people and the way you presented yourself, the way you carried yourself. In my eyes, I thought you were military like me.
And
So
and
in
I
here,
appreciate that. That's called command presence. You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
sir. I mean, you was always ready to go. I mean, you were polite. Uh,
Well, they call me RoboCop.
brother. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did. They did.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, they did. And you know, it's funny to hear you say that you was a bad kid to becoming a RoboCop type of guy. What made you switch over?
Well, um, like kids and like, well, I should say my wife. So I met her when I was 20, and I'm 42 now, almost.
Mhm.
And she's a professional. Like I knew that like she was going places. So I had to do
Okay.
all these bullshit jobs, like, you know what I'm saying? And like get the fuck out
Yeah.
of the streets. But I
Yeah.
also wanted to help the streets too,
Hmm.
because I know like what goes in it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
like you don't have to be like heavy handed, man. Like you just have to have a heart.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And people,
Like
yes,
I
yes.
don't give a shit about your zip code. If you're a good person, I can see you. You know.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's like how it changed. I did a lot of odd jobs until I was able to become a cop, and once I got the call, I was like, oh yeah, sweet. And then yeah, the fucking ride started, man. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's good,
yeah,
man. That's good.
yeah, yeah.
So, so, all right. So you had the gun in your mouth. You
Yes,
threw away the bullets.
yes.
What happened? What did you do after that?
I stole the gun. And then I took down every note, and I said, you know what? I need help. And
Hmm.
that's like I immediately went in. I immediately.
Hmm.
Um, and that's like what I want to touch on with everybody that's listening. Is that's find a as a male, we're alphas. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us are.
But bro, yeah, but bro, you can only
Yeah,
swallow so much shit before you throw it up.
indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And yeah, because like once it like bubbles to the surface, it's way too late. I don't want anyone to go down the journey that because it got dark, man. It got real dark.
Hmm. I bet.
Where I was like literally drinking like fucking 30 beers a day. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, just nuts, nuts.
How did you interact with your family?
Well, like me and my mama are close. So I I keep a very small circle. So I have a very a very select few.
Smart,
But
smart.
yeah. Um, I would reach out to them, but and then like like try and play it off like yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you can only do that for so long, man. And I don't give a shit if you're the hardest motherfucker out here. You can
Hmm.
only do that for so long before it eats you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Uh,
I know exactly what
and
you're saying. I've been
yeah,
through it.
that's exactly what I want to share to everyone is God damn it, mental health is health.
Hmm.
And
Say that again.
without that,
Say that again.
mental health is health. And
Yeah,
without that,
yeah.
you're not healthy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Yeah,
Yes,
man.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's what everyone needs to know is like I look tough. I look tough, like blah 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 blah, like you said, like RoboCop, like blah 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 blah. But you never know what that motherfucker's going through.
You don't. You
No.
really don't.
No, and that's why I wanted to talk about men's mental health. It's an important issue, and like we don't address
It
it.
is.
We don't address it.
We don't. We don't do it
Uh,
enough.
and well, a lot of guys don't talk about it, but I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah, yeah. And I want to change that where it's okay to not be okay. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I always say, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay.
Well, that's
Yeah.
on
But
shit. That's on my goddamn truck.
is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Good shit.
it's okay to not be okay, man. Like if you confide in me and trust me enough to share stuff, you can
Mhm.
share whatever you want, like with me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because
Hey,
I'm not gonna judge. Like
there's a,
I don't judge. I don't do nothing.
indeed. There's a comment here, my friend, from Nick Geiger. Remember him?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fellow employee. So Brother Geiger says he said that he lost a brother and a nephew to suicide.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn. I'm so
So
sorry to hear that, man.
so yeah. So am my brother Geiger. But man, I just gotta say though that everything that you just said are the reasons that I'm doing this. I'm doing
And
this
you are the
because
reason I do this. You know what I'm saying?
man, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nothing but love, man. But you know, this conversations like this is so important, not just in general, but for men, because we as men have been raised and trained by society to keep everything inside, suck it up, buttercup, and like you said, when we reach that boiling point, brother, where we can't eat the shit no more, it has to come out. And when it
Yep.
comes out,
Yep.
nothing good
Yeah,
is going to
man.
come out of it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The way well, like how I kind of reference it, it's like eating a bunch of balloons, right? You can only eat so many before you're gonna puke it up. And
That's it.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's like real talk right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, so let me ask this question, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
asking this for clarification. Uh, did you lose your leg, or do you have to wear a brace to keep your leg
Yeah.
intact?
So it's called an AFO brace. I don't know like what the AFO. So like basically it's a spring, so it like allows like my foot to hop instead of drag.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
Okay.
I I I originally told the doctor to cut my leg off, at the knee and just like give me a prosthetic, and like you know what I'm saying, like let's
Yeah.
get back on the street. Well, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They wouldn't do it.
No, well, no, they don't. Yeah, like anytime you amputate, um, yeah, it's a long story, man. Like, because you lose a certain amount of flesh over the years, and then they have to go
Yeah.
higher and higher and higher and higher and
Yep.
higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um,
Yes, sir.
so,
Yeah.
but I'm like, well, that'll get me on the streets because if I could have a spring, cool. Just like take my leg, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
And
Man.
like like when they told me I was not gonna walk again unassisted, I said, "What? I don't think you know who you're dealing with." I said, "I'm a
Indeed.
hard-headed Irish boy, buddy. Yeah, like, yeah. All right, watch,
I'll show
watch,
you.
watch. I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Talk about the
And
rehab part, man. How crucial was the rehab?
actually, big shouts out to Aurora, New Berlin. Um, specifically Gina Scales. Um, she got me through a lot of hard times, man. I was there, God, for almost 2 years, almost 4 times a week, and just PTing my ass off. And then what
Yeah.
happened is I took what's called a work functionality test.
Hmm.
Is um what they have to put you through to make sure like you can do the job. And that's when I knew I failed.
You couldn't
Yeah.
do it?
No, like I was able to do a little bit of it, but um what so with drop foot and like being like numb on the left leg, um they were worried that if I would chase a person and like hop a fence, right? If I snap
Mm.
my ankle or leg, I'm not going to feel it. I'll just keep going. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, yeah, it's a motherfucker,
So it
man.
was that bad. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm on my I'm going on my fourth back surgery. And I need about 5 more. And soon they're going to be working on the neck.
Really?
Yeah, because everything is like collapsing. Yep,
Oh.
yep. So
So
this,
go ahead.
go ahead, brother.
No, I was just gonna ask, uh, I'm sure it must have broke your spirit, man, that last day at your job. Uh Talk about how that last day was for you
Yeah,
when you
driving
had to
home
look at your
was
teammates and say, "Hey, I'm done."
yeah, like driving home was um god damn. I'm gonna get like choked up again. I I cleaned everything out of my locker and I was I was like 37 at the time. And I was like, what am I gonna do with my life?
Hmm.
You know? And it's like what do I tell my girls? Like, am I gonna be okay financially? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was one of them days where I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And that's where injured sheepdogs I started on like literally my recliner. It was well, no, actually my couch. Um, but that's where it like came to fruition because I called multiple agencies um for crisis and
Okay.
no one got back to me. And I'm like, well, this is bullshit because if you're in crisis, you need help. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you need it right
ASAP.
now.
ASAP.
Like you need it right now.
Right.
Yeah.
ASAP. Hmm.
Um so injured sheepdogs is no longer around. Um just because it got I was a one man band. So I was literally like I was in 14 states. So I'd be feeling like I get these calls constantly, like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 12 a.m., like 10:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
With people in
And
crisis.
yeah, yeah. And so it just got taxing. like to where I don't like to use the word triggering too much, but it started to trigger my own shit.
Yeah. You got
You know, because
overwhelmed.
you're like dealing with everyone else. However, I will never turn anyone down that calls me.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can put my phone
Mm-hmm.
number out there.
Mm.
It is 414-699-9076. Yep. But I'll never turn anyone down. It just got too much to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Like I was,
Mhm.
yeah, like you need rest, man.
You do. You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And you know, and you know, and that goes with some professions like corrections. You know, when we work corrections for,
Oh
you know,
God, yeah. Like
X amount of
off days are
years,
gone, everything like that.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, the police force, I mean, after dealing with people for so many years, it's like, yeah, you know, you need to disengage, brother. I mean, mentally, you need to just unplug, like, fuck all y'all for about 3-4 days. I don't want
Yes,
to,
sir.
I don't
Yes,
want to talk to
sir.
nobody. I don't want to look at nobody. You know,
Yeah,
I
man.
just want to unplug. Yeah, I want to get out the
Yeah.
matrix for a couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
So that's just what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
is, brother. But that's very commendable, Ryan, that you took on that initiative to create a board where people can call you and, I guess, talk themselves off the ledge,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it goes back to what we were saying. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
No, yeah, and it was a legit like 501(c)(3). It still is. I don't accept any like donations, anything like that. So to do that, like I've never started a business like before that, anything like that. So
Yeah, because it all this kind of encircles what we were talking about, Ryan, in terms of the need for men to speak out,
yes,
get help,
speak up, and
save
speak out.
themselves.
Yes,
Indeed, indeed. There you
yes,
go, brother. There you go. And save yourselves, because we have to change how we think in terms of mental health. We have to change our thinking in terms of manhood too. You know, because
correct.
that kind of plays a hand in. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because as I said earlier, you know, we as men, we were raised and conditioned to think and act and move a certain way. And if trauma or situations come in our lives, we have to act like a man and take it and deal with it and not talk about it,
right.
because that means that you solve if you talk about it. But you know how many people took their lives, brother, or harmed somebody else
I know.
because they couldn't talk about it?
Yeah,
So that leaves me to ask you, go ahead. Go ahead.
it's
I'll
it
wait. Go
it's
ahead.
it's it's insane because like I always like tell all my homies is if you're struggling, man, you can be a bitch to me. You can be a bitch
Mm,
to me if like you think you're being a bitch, you're not being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you
right.
want to cry on my shoulder, like cry on my shoulder. God damn it.
Let's
Get
go.
it out.
Eh, eh,
Get it out.
yeah. Get it out,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we
Cause
have to,
I'm over that shit. I used to be the hard headed, like, oh no, no, like I'm not gonna show my emotions. But I've learned that is not the way to go because you're gonna go down a slippery slope real quick,
yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And, and you know, it's such a shame that men can't, we don't have that safe space like we
Right,
think we do.
right.
We in some cases we really don't. Even in some of our homes, even in some of our homes, we don't have that safe space. And
I
I'm
hear
speaking
you
that out
loud
because
and
that's
clear,
true.
brother. I hear you loud
Yeah,
and clear.
a lot of brothers, we don't have that safe space because we were raised to think and move different. We were raised and trained to be independent, but many of us don't know how to be independent. Number one, number two, many of us haven't been trained or have that mindset to deal with problems as they come. So
Right.
when the bullshit comes, and it will, when the bullshit comes, you have to ask yourself, how am I mentally prepared to deal with that?
I'm glad you
This
brought
that
that
and
up, man.
here, yeah, this is where the disconnect comes in because a lot of us we're not mentally prepared to deal with certain things. Give me your
Yep.
thoughts on that.
Um, so on that one, anyone that knows me, they know that I'm a chill guy, man. Like I'm a fucking like big like Bob Marley guy. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like one love type shit. Um, I never was that guy though. Now, um, it's where if someone comes on my doorstep, I'm gonna like view it and be like, is it worth my time? And is it worth going to jail? No, no. All right. Like you can motherfuck me all you want. You can motherfuck me.
Mm,
You can call me a bitch. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm at the stage of my life where like words are words, man. You know?
Mm,
Yeah, because
mm,
I'm a peaceful person until it's not time to be. You know what I'm saying?
mm. Yeah. See, that's some HOC talk right there, brother, because Sergeant Pavlik used to say it to us all the time in training. Be
Yeah,
nice until it's time to not be nice.
correct.
And then
Yeah,
when you're done not being nice, you be
yep,
nice again.
correct. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Like I don't want shit on my doorstep, but if you bring it to my doorstep, I'm gonna handle it. God damn it.
Indeed.
You know?
Indeed. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but yeah, like we're at the point of our lives where like I like words I don't because like like being in corrections, man, we get called every fucking name in the book. Every
Mm.
name in the book.
Gotta have tough skin, brother.
Yep. So just like, all right, like fuck you, man. Like you're like I'm going home. You're not. uh,
That's it.
you
That's
know.
it. I'm going home.
So you have
What
to
you
look
doing?
at the big picture. You know.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
You do.
but yeah, yeah, man.
Hey, I want to ask your mom another question. Marianne, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
Uh, so we're talking about having a safe space for men and whatnot, but I want to ask you, did you give Ryan a safe space for him to talk to you, or did he even come to you?
Yes, he did. Ryan and I have had a um, very close relationship, and he's been able to come to me with any issues or problems. Um, we talked a lot about what he was feeling, what he was going through, how he felt. Um, there were days that Ryan would call me 10 times a day
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
just to, get his thoughts out on the table. Um,
Yeah.
his anger, his frustration. The kid's heart was broken. I mean, he was literally broken in two.
Mhm.
And I was too. And it was, I know he needed, and I mean, even like his wife, his girls, my whole family, we rallied around him and let him talk and let him air his feelings and let him, and supported him every way we could. And I mean, when he went through rehab, when he went through, you know, all of those kinds of things, we were behind him with open arms. And, you know, knowing that it's a rough road. And I mean, Ryan will always, I would always say, you know, it's a journey. And he'd say, Mom, it's not a journey, it's a marathon, which is true.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. You are so correct. You're so correct, ma'am. It is it's not a one and done type of deal.
No.
You
No,
know,
like I always
And
say,
you know,
is it's a marathon, not a sprint.
yeah, that too. You're
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
I mean, life is a marathon, but I'm not saying that in a bad way.
right.
No,
There's a
no.
lot of good things. You dig? There's a lot
Yeah.
of good things that come out during the marathon because you get to meet good people. You get to learn different things about others and yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I mean, you know, like take people who are recovering from alcohol and drug issues. I mean, that is a day-to-day walk, my man. It's
Oh,
day to
yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah.
you know. And but the beauty of it is that they learn so much more about themselves as they grow. You know, they literally become better versions of themselves.
Correct. And see, like on that point, I also want to touch that a marathon, not a sprint, okay? That's a cool term. How I mean it is that every male that's going through some shit right now, right? Every man, they want it done right now. Boom. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like
No,
that, my brother. No,
no, not
you
at
know.
all. Not at all. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So you did the nonprofit.
correct.
Are you doing anything else?
I am a musician. I'm a DJ producer, international producer. I have a artist out of Kingston right now. Shout out to like King Will. All right, King Will. I'm gonna give him a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout to my boy here in like Milwaukee, Taurus Bryant.
All
So
right.
yeah, I'm doing the DJing thing. I'm doing the producing thing. And we are going to be out here this summer, man.
Yeah, you got to give me some information on that, man. We know when you
Yeah, baby.
guys are doing your thing,
Yeah,
I'll
man.
come and support that for sure.
Yeah, because
Yes, sir.
we're going to turn up, man. I do not disappoint. You know that.
Just yeah, man. Hey, I'll be there. I'll be
Yeah,
there.
man. Yeah.
God willing, I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah.
so yeah, man. So how are you now?
I'm good. I'm good. I basically live off the feeling like fuck you if you don't like me, get the fuck out of my life.
That's it.
I am who I am. I'm not perfect. Like you can judge me
Show
on
me
like
when
my
that is.
tattoos and shit like that.
Yeah.
Everything like that. But I mean I own everything that I've been through. And if you don't like it, well then get the fuck out. Cause you know what, God damn it, I have one of the biggest hearts out here.
Yeah. I always appreciated your heart and your the way that you gave. I mean, it was if you were able to do it, you did it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Like, well, like when
If you couldn't do it, you couldn't
say
do
I
it.
can't do it, watch out. Cause I'm gonna show you I
Amen
can
to that,
do it.
man.
Yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah,
show
yeah,
you I'm gonna do it.
yeah,
God damn it.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, if you guys
Yeah.
have any questions you can ask of Brother Ryan, please do so at this time. All right. you guys have any questions or any well wishes, show some love, let him know. So, but
I'd appreciate it. Yeah.
you know, yeah, man,
Or
yeah.
like,
But from a
or like
mental health,
shout your boy out, man. Like, yeah, like just like
I'm sure.
hit 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 your boy up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're not live like right now, like whatever. Hit your boy up, man. I'm not like that.
Yeah, yeah. I shared your information. I shared your phone number on the chat. So, yeah. Uh, but back to the, I want to talk about that mental health piece too, man, because I think I really do think, Brother Ryan, that men's mental health is something that isn't talked about enough. I mean, we hear people say, well, he's doing this, he's doing that, but is it really helping? And it's probably wrong for me to even think about this, but is it really helping in the bigger scale? Because there's so many men out here that they run from it, man. They run from uh the truth. And the truth is that they're not okay.
Right.
They're not okay.
No, they're not.
And
They're not.
and
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 like I tell my aunt, like constantly, I stay in my lane. All right. And like when you go through life, you get these stones in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? And you need to empty them out. That is
yeah.
stress, anxiety, everything like that. Throw those fucking stones out and stay in your lane and do your shit. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are correct. Man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Real talk, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around, but I just wanted you to share your story, man. And I'm just, thinking as we go because I love your story. I love the relationship you have with your mom, man. And I mean, thank you, mom, for
Yeah,
taking the
that's
time to
my
come
mama,
in.
man. Like that is my mama. I love her to
Hey,
death. I
hey,
talk to her about 10 times a day and I share all these stupid videos with her and shit like that. So
thank you, mama. Thank you, mama.
yeah.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Yeah.
uh, man, talk to me real quick about your kids because Ryan, you told me that if it wasn't for your kids, you wouldn't be here.
Correct. This is gonna get me choked up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
My daughters are my goddamn life. And I don't know what I would do without them. Um, I mean, yeah, it's God, they're literally my blessing.
Mm,
Like I don't even like dirt like I don't deserve them. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And that's some real talk
mhm.
right there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
they love their daddy and I love them back too.
indeed. Because I know that you told me in our first interview that you locked yourself in a room and you told your kids to call 911.
Yeah, I didn't want
Correct?
them to come in because I was like gonna shoot myself in the head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I literally had the Glock in my mouth. And I didn't want anyone to see the damage. So I just like put like notes on every window um to just like call the police. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's a fucked up time, man. Like when you're like writing those
Yeah.
notes, that's a
Yeah.
fucked up time.
Yes, sir.
Imagine going through
Yes,
that
sir.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
when
sir.
you're like actually writing the word, do not come in, just call 911.
Mm.
And uh yeah, I mean it's that's the thing that I like about this whole platform is this shit needs to be talked about more. You know what I'm saying? Because if I could even reach one motherfucker out there right now that's going through the
Yes,
shit
sir.
that I'm going through or went through,
Yes, sir. Yes,
God
sir.
damn it, I did my job.
Did your job.
Yeah,
Amen. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you on that, man. Man, if we can reach one person,
exactly.
job well
Just
done,
one,
brother.
just one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Everything else is extra.
That's
But
it.
I want
That's
to get
it.
that one person.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know I was that one person at one time that was I needed help and no one was there to help me. Obviously, like my family and my mama and yeah, that's great. But at that time, I wasn't sharing stuff with them. I was just swallowing it. Again, you can only swallow so much shit before you throw up.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. Yep. There's a comment here, man, by Amy Henderson. She used to work with us too. She
Amy,
said
yeah. Yep.
she said you gotta just take it one day at a time, man.
That's it. That's it, baby. Like not
One day at a
even
time.
1 day at a time. You take it 1 minute at a time. 1 minute by 1 hour. That's
What?
it. 1 minute.
Say that.
Because in hours a long time. Like when you're going through some shit. So it's 1 minute to 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? And you just take it slowly but surely. Again, that's where I bring back it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And like
And
you
that
have to stay on your path. And yeah. And
you do.
but like don't get me wrong though. You as an individual that's going through it have to do some work too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah, like you
We-
yeah. There's no like magic wand that's like gonna fix anything. It's up to your hard work to fix it.
Mhm,
You know?
mhm, mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
man.
Get it? I get it,
So
man. Uh,
yeah.
once again, guys, if you have any questions or love that you want to share to our friend Ryan here, please do so. But yeah, the need for platforms like this for people to come in and and talk, man. I mean, I, I don't give a damn about structured questions and this or that. It's like, hey, man, you want to come on this show, you want to talk, then let's talk, brother. And this is the rawest. I think the rawest episode that I think I've ever had since I started
Yeah, man.
because
And,
I
yeah.
have no. There's nothing
Because there's
scripted right
no
here, man.
outlet
It's just
for us.
you. Well, yeah, yeah. But I usually I have questions and that I thought about, but with you, man, I just wanted you to come on here and just talk, man. You know, let me have it. You did, and I'm just asking questions along the way because this is your story, not mine, brother.
Yeah, well, we're all on that story, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we're all on this journey together, man.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
it literally takes a village, man.
Yeah, yeah. But we as men, though, we have to really start swallowing that pride, man. And, especially when we're going through, stop running
Right.
and, embrace the shit and
And
turn
like
around.
well, and um like I say, like put your dick away, bro. Like we're not comparing them. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
um Yeah, like you, yeah. Like, what the fuck you out here doing?
Stop it.
Yeah, right.
Stop it. You know, because I mean, I can tell you too, Mark, you know, I mean that I had rough patches in my life too, man. You know what I'm saying? And there was days that I didn't want to be here either, you know, but like you know, you said that your daughters are the reason why you're here. Same thing for me. My daughter is the reason that I'm here still, because once upon a time, you know, I was having thoughts of not wanting to be here. But my daughter, who was a baby at the time, you know, hey, she needs her daddy.
Mhm.
She needs her
Yes.
daddy.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I had
Yes,
to
sir.
I had to dig in deep and, you know, say, hey, it's not about me. It's about
Yep.
her. So,
Yep.
you know, I mean, but it really wasn't until years later, Ryan, that I broke my pride. I sought help, and it changed my freaking life.
Mhm.
It changed my
Well, you know
freaking
what? I'm
life, man.
goddamn proud of you for that. I'm goddamn proud of you for that.
Hey,
That is
man, I'm
called
proud of
being
you
a goddamn
for not
man.
pulling.
That is called being a goddamn man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
yeah, like you have to put your big boy pants on, and like, you know what I'm saying, and like
hmm,
get help, do what you need to do. But it's up to you to do it. And I'm
yeah.
goddamn proud of you for that.
I appreciate that, man. You know,
Yeah.
and it, you know, it's real, man. It's real how deep mental health impacts our lives, man. You know, and I'm not just speaking for men, I'm speaking in general. Mental health plays a very big role in our lives, man. It impacts how we think about ourselves, it impacts how we think about other people, it impacts how we view life. And you know, I come to this understanding, you know, that if you're not right, how can you be right for everybody else in your life?
Correct. That was a good point, because that's like when I sought help, because I'm like, how am I going to help anyone else if I don't have help and I'm not right? You know what I'm saying? Because like mental health is draining. It's draining. It will literally suck the life out of you. But how am I going to help someone when I'm not okay?
Right. I
Yep.
can't. I
No.
can't be
No.
100% if my mind's not in it.
Right.
It's,
Right. Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
sir.
you know, once I made that decision to, you know, break out and get help, man. I mean, like I said, it made me look at myself uh not in a bad way, but I became a little vulnerable, you know, in my manhood initially, but as time went on and I started to talk about things and it made me reflect about stuff, it made me realize I should have did this shit years ago.
Yes. Yes.
But it's okay.
Yes.
I
That
should have
is,
did this
yes.
stuff years ago.
Yes. Yes.
Man,
I showed you the videos on YouTube. I've done numerous interviews like with news, and they thought like my story was really, really powerful. And
it is.
it it's always good to just get it off your chest, but when you're done, it's like, oh, I'm so spent. But that's a good thing, because you know what? It's not on your chest anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of men like need to know is it's okay to open up. And if like
Yeah,
someone calls you a bitch, they're not your friend, man.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because like I would give like homie a bro hug. You know, like, hey, like I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
what's
Like men have to get off that bullshit, man.
Yeah. So what's next for you, brother Ryan? What's next on for life? What's next on your
We
list
are
of things
gonna
to
be
do?
touring out in Jamaica, and we're gonna be doing a tour out in Milwaukee, man.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Nice.
all the way from like Montego Bay to Kingston. We're gonna do a video shoot over by like Bob Marley's house. And then we're gonna hit Ochi, and then come home, and then yeah, man.
I love it, brother. I love it.
Little white
Love
boy
this,
doing
man.
some reggae music, man.
Yeah.
God damn it. Ah, shit. You didn't expect that one, huh? Yeah, my guy.
Love it, man. I love it, brother. Oh man. Uh um man, I thank you, Ryan, from the bottom of my heart for taking the time out, man, to, you know, share your story, man, and uh I see the love that you have for, the way that you value your life now,
Yeah,
as it relates to, the lows that you hit. Uh I I I I value knowing you, brother. And
yeah,
and I mean, I knew that you wanted to wear the badge. We had our conversations back when we were working together, and you mentioned that you wanted to put the badge on, and that was the dream for you. I remember that, man, and you achieving your dream, man. I mean, that's large, but to have it taken away and almost losing you in the process, and to see the new you, this is a beautiful transformation, man.
thank you, my
You are
brother, man.
you
Yeah.
you you
Like you're touching my
you are
heartstrings
now
right now. Yeah, you're touching my heartstrings.
you are free. You are free now. You
Yes.
dig?
Yeah.
You're not bound by what people say or feel about you. You are free.
Yes.
And
Like I am my own
and
boss. I'm my own boss.
yeah,
You know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
And all you got to
I
give is love.
literally appreciate that. Like those are some kind words, man. And I appreciate you for giving me the platform to share my story, for one. And obviously yeah, like God, like fuck the HOC, man. Fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because now we get off days, you know?
Man. I'll tell my wife. I mean, I met her when I was, during my last years there, and she knew what it was.
Yeah.
If my kids were here, they'll tell you what it was. I mean, I lost many an off day. You know that. You did
Yep.
too.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. It's like,
so
oh, I'm supposed to have an off day. Oh no. Well, no, it's revoked. Oh,
right,
all right.
right.
So, well, fuck me,
Bring
right?
your ass to work.
Yeah, fuck
Bring
me,
your ass
right?
to work.
Yeah. God damn it. Yep.
Bring your ass to work.
Yeah.
So, before we leave, man, do you have any last words you want to share? Something that you want to talk about?
I do. I want to thank you so much for your time, and for your platform. And if I touched one person here, that's all I wanted. If I can help more, um, that's awesome. But like I shared the story raw, to at least touch someone. And I appreciate you and the platform to uh, actually be able to do that.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, that means a lot, man. And prior to the show, man, I was talking to my wife. I said, this is probably going to be the rawest interview that I have since I started this thing, and it was.
I'm always here,
It
baby.
it, it was.
I'm always here, baby. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere. God
Yeah, man.
willing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
God willing, you know. But all right,
yeah,
brother. I'm gonna
we're
talk to
gonna
you
have.
later though.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to connect at some point, man. You
Yeah.
know, get to see each other face to face, man, and you know, and yeah, chop it up, brother.
Yeah, let's get some wings, man.
I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
that, man.
yeah.
But with that, yeah, but with that being said, hey, before we go, I got another comment from Amy. She said if you ever need to talk, Ryan, that she's here. Just message her.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Amy, thank you. I absolutely appreciate it. If you need to talk, obviously like reach out to me as well. So yep.
Will do.
All right.
All right.
All
All right, my
right. One
brother.
love, baby.
So,
Yeah, big
one
ups.
love. And Marianne, I thank
Yes,
you for taking the time to come on here too.
it was nice to meet you, Mark.
That's my mama.
Nice to meet you as well.
That's my mama. And then I'm gonna leave you
Mama.
with the Jamaican goodbye. Bruh. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I know,
Yeah.
man.
Bruh.
Much love to you, man. Much love to you.
One. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Medea. Yep.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Yeah. All right, buddy. Yep.
All right, man. You have
All
a
right,
good
man.
one, brother.
All right, you too.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.
Yes,
Goodbye.
sir. Love.